We're the Bierdemans, and this is part of our story.
So we found out we were pregnant with our second daughter. We were super excited. We went in for our 20-week appointment, our 20-week ultrasound where they check on everything. And almost instantly, we knew something was wrong. Everybody was kind of running around in the room. We need to get the doctor, we need to get the doctor. And we went and met with the specialist in Denver.
From what we could tell, it was a first for him to ever see a child in this exact circumstance. With what we found out was that she had developed no kidneys. The kidneys are what produce the amniotic fluid.
And the amniotic fluid lets them produce lungs. So without the amniotic fluid, they can't practice breathing and they don't develop their lungs.
They thought that if we didn't terminate it ourselves, that it most likely would happen naturally. They assumed it would happen within days. Right away.
Yeah. Just went home that day and like bawled. I mean, we just spent the next couple days just in bed crying.
And all of a sudden this name came to me, and I turned to Janelle and I was like, her name is Olivia.
It was perfect. And we later found out, that Olivia means peace. And it was like God just kind of showed up and said, like, you get to love her. You get to love her. And that's when we started just trying to be her parents for as long as we were going to get to be.
Yeah. So the first probably month or so of these visits were just a quick check-in. She's still alive, we're good. And it was kind of like, wow, she's still alive at first. And after the first few, we're like, wow, she's still there.
And they would let us sit in that ultrasound room for hour and a half. Like seriously, we had the last ultrasound of the day. The doctor would come, they would just come in and they would just enjoy that time with us. And it was amazing. And the day, so we made it full term. And I told my doctor, full term at the time was 37 weeks. So I said, I'm going to 37 weeks. So we show up to the hospital for the C-section and she checks one more time and Olivia's strong heart is just beating and beating. And they had told us everything. She could appear to be in great pain. She could have her limbs paralyzed in the wrong places. And she was born. She was so beautiful, just perfect. They said we'd be lucky to get 5 minutes, and we got 90 minutes, which I know in the grand scheme of things sounds ridiculous.
Hour and a half.
But for us, having 90 instead of 5 was like incredible. We sang to her. She met all her grandparents. It was incredible, and she died in our arms.
It was the most surreal 90 minutes I've ever had, and it was the kind of time where you just felt like I couldn't have been any closer to God.
A year later, my sister-in-law collected the rain. It rained again on her birthday, and I still have this little thing of the rain. We let balloons go on her birthday. We try to go to the highest place we can go. We've gone all the way up to Pikes Peak because there's something concrete about feeling like you want to touch heaven and really send those balloons up there. This year, we're gonna go to Devil's Backbone and as a family hike up there and let our balloons go straight up to heaven, to Olivia.
It's just, my relationship with God has gotten so much more personal in the sense that I know it's not just a book sense of that God is there, but I know I felt God. I felt his presence get me through one of the hardest things I could ever have imagined. And now I can approach the Father in a way that I know that he's listening.
What truly changed is for us, an ongoing is just this knowledge of God's presence in our life and the fact that he cares.
That even through extremely challenging and difficult circumstances, he cares about us and won't leave our side.